Hey everybody, doing the rotors and brakes on the 1996 Dodge van, B2500 conversion van. I bought new rotors. We're going to repack the bearings. I got to get this dust shield out. I bought new dust shields, and I have to get this out without damaging the bearings. So the best way I think to do that would be like this. I'm going to, the bearing is right here and the dust shield is right there, so I'm going to try I think I got it. This kind of broke apart on me. Problem is it fits kind of tight up to the, okay, I got it. There's the old bearing. Set it over here for a second. This is the old rotor. No good. I always use these rags because I don't want to get them on my good rags. You get grease on your stuff. Then you go to wipe something clean and there's some grease from the last time you cleaned up some grease and it gets all over everything and it's a mess. Let's do this inside bearing first. I'll wipe as much of the old junk off as I can. You know, I do know guys that they clean these out with gas, and I don't, you know, that's, well, I believe the other guys that say don't do that because gasoline will put a coating on it and it won't take grease again. So I agree. No gas. Just this is how we clean them out. And high temperature wheel bearing grease. This looks like peanut butter. This stuff, but it's high temperature, so basically you see that. You see where the two come together. And we're going to try and push the grease until we see it coming out here. So just take a little bit. Start working it in your hand. You know, kind of rolling it into the palm of your hand. And you can start to see the old grease pushing out the top. Try not to contaminate the, and then I'll take a rag and I'll just wipe that old stuff off of there. Keep going around and doing that. Okay, I can start seeing the old grease popping out the top. As long as you see most of the old junk getting out, wipe as much of it out as you can, I think you're okay. I haven't had any troubles. That's basically it, guys. You just keep working that thing in there. Okay, I got her all glued up. I'm not going to wipe off excess. I'm just going to drop it in my spot. Boom. I'm going to put the bearing seal on it. Kind of center it. I don't have any kind of race that fits directly over this. That one's too big. I have this for my ball bearing kit. And what I'm going to do, so I'm going to try and work it in. Just get it under, get it started, and go around and just work it in that way. But this, okay, it went in there pretty good. I'm using the rubber mallet. Oh, gonna have to. Okay, it's got farther to go yet. So now I'm gonna have to. There, she's in. Now we go outside and put it in the truck. See you outside. 1996 Dodge B2500 conversion van. Brake job. These GoPros I didn't notice, but my thing was on voice activation, so when I took the thing apart, I lost all that. I must have said something during the video and it just shut off and quit recording, so I'm gonna do it in reverse fashion, you know, how everything goes on the rotor to the spindle assembly. But I cleaned this up and it's sliding pretty good in there. My caliper, I wire brushed everything. We're gonna put the brake in the rotor assembly and bearings in. In the other video, I put the inner bearing on. I'm gonna try and suspend that where it won't get obstructed. I'm gonna take a little brake clean. I'll just wipe down this old grease off of here. Wipe it all up. Hit it with some brake clean. This is another mating surface for the okay, that's pretty clean. All the old grease off of there. I'm going to wipe down the rotor here. Make sure no grease and junk on in there on the rotor surface. They put, you know, they come from the manufacturer with a little bit of stuff on there that will muck you up. So we already have the bearing, the rear bearing in there. We are going to hold it up, slide it on, and it's in. Okay. Let me do something else before I do that. Oh, there's a lot of goo on there. And look, I just got more goo on, so I'm gonna have to re-clean that. You know, I was gonna wipe grease on there. There's a lot of grease on there already. I think I'll just pack the bearing, the back side of that bearing one more time with some stuff, so we know we're getting a good. I should have rubbed some on there, but I'm looking at this. There's I had more than enough on there. time. Okay. We are on. Stick it into place. Boom. So the opposite of taking it off, we're doing the reverse order. You got your nut with the tang on it first. You got your nut. This is the side I can see this is where it mated before. Okay. So what I try and do is we don't want it too tight, but yet again we don't want it too loose. The castle nut and the cotter pin are what really determine that. But what I do is I take this thing, let's open out one more, and I tighten it, loosen it, spin it, tighten it, back it off, spin it, one more time, tighten it, back it off. Now I can move that ever so slightly. I can see the grease just moving a little bit in there. I don't like that. Right there. Okay. And then we stick this castle nut, castle cap, and I can see that's too tight. Right there. I think that's it. And just back it off a little bit. I'd rather have it a little loose because I don't want that bearing to heat up. Some guys get a little, they get a little movement. They can hear a little like click where they can just move it a few thousandths of an inch. I think once the thing heats up and that grease liquefies a little bit, it's going to be fine. So, I'll put my nut way down in there. I mean my cotter key. And when I pull on this, I can see the bearing, just the grease moving ever so slightly. It's kind of a happy medium. You don't want it too loose, but yet you don't want it too tight. There we are. And that thing won't, it won't do much. It won't loosen up on me going down the road. Take my bearing cap. The screwdriver will work. Just get it started, roll it, kind of drive it down evenly around, and when this thing seats, you'll be able to hear it and feel it through the, just about there. There. It's down. 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 That's on. I bet you after this runs for a little bit and that grease kind of liquefies and squishes in and squishes out where it's supposed to, this will turn a lot more freer. I'm going to wash down the rotor again. The rotor surface, the brake surface. From where I continued to get a little bit of grease from my greasy little fingers. Boom. Boom. Done. Now we assemble the brake in there.